Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, December 29th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I take seriously my peace responsibility. And I just want to remind you, as we are finishing up 2017, which has been a pretty intense year, that you are responsible for the peace that you cultivate in your life. Mahalo will double down on that. And today is an 8-day. And so we are in Capricorn energy, which is responsibility, on an 8-day. 8 is Capricorn or Saturn energy, responsibility. And, we get so caught up in all of our responsibilities that we forget to make peace that priority. Your responsibility for peace in your life. Finding that peace, cultivating that peace, working that peace even when there are stressful situations. And I posted a thing on Facebook today saying, hey, sometimes you just have to take one dimension at a time. And some people are like, this energy right now. Finishing up 2017 is very intense. And I wish I could say, ding, it's a new year and magically it's going to be magically delicious, or wonderful or easy. And it's not, astrologically looking at what's to come, I don't think it's going to be that way. I feel like we are amping up, but you are responsible for the peace you can cultivate. And peace is going to be work. There is going to be peace responsibility in your life, in yourself. So I encourage you today, take a moment, dedicate it to peace. Take a moment and be responsible for your peace. Take a moment and allow peace, the energy of peace to come over you and come through you. So, that being said, we have the moon in Taurus, which brings an earthly energy to the day. Taurus is ruled by Venus, first and foremost. Venus, the planet of love, harmony, peace, balance, beauty. So we have that essence coming forward, but there's also the earthly essence. And sometimes this world can feel so 3D. It can feel so heavy. But we always have that ability to bring in that essence of love, that essence of peace, that essence of harmony, and sometimes even just focusing on it, what does the vibration of peace feel like? And bring that into our life, that can help. So the first connection we actually have is the moon in Taurus, opposite Jupiter. And this is really interesting because we do have Jupiter in Scorpio. And like I said yesterday, oppositions, we had a Mars opposition yesterday with the moon. Oppositions can feel like a tug of war, or they can work together. So in this and on this earthly realm, what shadows are you dealing with, or what shadows are you not dealing with? That may be one of the things. Some of that lack of peace may be coming from those areas in your life where you've kind of stuck your head in the sand and played ostrich, and we've all done it at a time or another. So what shadows are you dealing with, or what shadows do you need to deal with? They may come bubbling up today. You may feel that tension if you're not dealing with them. You may even feel a little tension if you do have to dive into it, but if you do that, you will feel that release and get the peace. That is how you are responsible for your peace, by showing up for what is showing up for you. Now, this is a 16-degree energy, so there is 7 in that, which is being in your flow. So really flow with this, but be willing to work with it. I do have the receptivity card in reverse. I also have the laziness card. I got some water cards actually going on with this, but this receptivity card is like, hey, there's something coming in for you. There's something coming in for you, something from the void, but you're not willing to receive it because you're not fully understanding it, because there is something left for you to do. Now, this laziness card is really interesting. It's the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups energy is one of wishes coming true, wishes fulfilled, good things on their way. But the laziness card says, hey, you have to keep doing your work. So where do you need to do your work? Where do you need to deal with these potential shadows that sometimes when you finally face them, you realize, it's like how the sun sometimes makes the shadow seem so large, and then you see what's casting the shadow, and you're like, oh, it's that tiny thing. I feel like it's this kind of energy, but what has made it bigger is the avoidance of it. So just, where do you need to take that responsibility today to bring yourself back into peace? The other connection that we have is the moon connecting to Pluto. I've got Mahalo here, tripping over my cards. Moon connection to Pluto. This is a trine. Trine is a happy, good, easy connection. But Pluto can always have interesting energy. Lightest light, darkest dark, darkest dark. Pluto can bring the shadow. So here's yet another reminder. Finish up the year strong. What are these shadows? What are these things that you do have to look at? What do you have to work at? Now, this to me is an opportunity to be empowered on your earth, in your earth experience, empowered in and through your earth experience. This is ultimately, as it's 18 degrees, 9 energy, hoping to drive you forward, finish up these, tie up with a nice bow these loose ends, and drive you forward deeper into your divine soul passion. So if you can face these things, it is going to push you forward, but it does require the strength, the inner strength and courage in order to get you going there. Besides that, it's a chill day. Take it easy. Be gentle on yourself and keep doing your work because, like I said, Saturn and Capricorn is working us. It is some major energy for all of us to do the work, whether you have Capricorn in your chart or not. But it's asking all of us to show up on another level, and how we show up on the next level will be how we create this next level of the Earth experience. Now, I do want to mention that the moon will shift into Gemini early on Saturday morning. So it's going to be shifting 12:30 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday morning. So suddenly our mental energy is going to go zoop. So that could even happen as you're trying to dream and suddenly you wake up and your mind is like, all the things. If you go through that, again, it is your responsibility to peace. So it may be about getting out, pen and paper and start writing down, oh my God, here's all the things that are coming up. I'm doing a brain dump so that I can bring myself back to peace and get the rest that I need, because you are also responsible to your physical body. So, cards. There's a misunderstanding. You're not receiving all the information, and there still is some work to do. But if you do it, look at these. Nothingness, which is the card of everything. Divine beauty coming in because you are ready. You have proven to the world that you are ready to do your due diligence. So, show up in your responsibility for your peace, because hiding like an ostrich will not bring you peace. Believe it or not, I have tried. I love this card because I do think this is also, I feel like these cards that I've been pulling from the Akash Library are preparing us for, sorry, the phone started ringing and I am responsible for the phones here now. They are bringing us into 2018. And this one really feels like it. It's like, here it is. Here it comes. It's heralding. This is the Beath or birth card. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right because I've not seen that word. But the birth card. The sun shines upon the plain in England, where stands an ancient hedge in the distance and a grove of birch trees nearby. Upon many of the trees is carved the old Celtic Ogam, I don't know if I'm saying that right, letter, Beath, which represents the birch tree and stands for birth. A beautiful woman walks forward carrying a basket while 2 children run happily toward her. This card, it's time for a new start. Perhaps an actual birth, or at least a metaphorical one. An old phase is passing away and a new one begins. But even this new beginning has its roots in your deepest histories and in your past lives. There may be some labor involved, but it's labor that bears fruit. Oh my God. Oh my God, bears fruit. This card is associated with fertility, sensuality, and motherhood. There may be a new energy in a romance, the family, or in the home. You could be giving birth to a creative project too. Whatever it is, celebrate. Prepare for the wonderful growth and opportunities that are about to come. Meanwhile, tie up these loose ends before this birth. The Akashic Force. Close your eyes and imagine yourself stepping into the proverbial pregnant moment. Feel the creative forces popping up and sparking within you and around you. What would you like to create with this energy as you release the old and get ready to step into the new, this new year, which, it's a doorway. Like, these dates, whatever, who created this? Who decided that this is the new year? Whatever, we could get caught up in that. But more so than that, every breath brings the possibility of a new year, a new moment, a new journey. I feel like this new year is going to be very powerful, being that we have this with a full moon energy. But regardless, what will this doorway bring for you? What will this birth be for you? What will the energy of 2018 be for you? Start working that now and let peace be part of your responsibility for that, because I think the whole world could benefit from your peace. Seriously. All right, so that's it for today. Book a reading if you want to dive deeper into your personal chart. GaiaBlooming.com for that. You can always email me with any questions. The better it gets, the better it gets. And there is enough love in the world for you. I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.